Hello, everybody. So I really enjoyed watching this documentary. I have never really heard of the orphan train before this assignment, and so that was super fun to watch something that I have never really heard of before. And it's awesome that it's really where foster care and the foster care system was began and thought of. So that's really awesome because I am a big advocate for children in foster care systems. Some different takeaways that I had was a lady said the bigger cities that were starting to become more full with people were, she said specifically, New York was a beautiful city with a dirty neck. And then finished that with saying, the cities were full of war. Even though the cities were booming, they were full of war. And so that really stuck out to me. The next thing that stuck out to me was placing out. That's what they called the children going away to these foster homes. It was called placing out. So most of them were, it was all white children. With a lot of the same religions. They were placed in homes with mainly the same religions and same cultures as well, or made to change to that culture or religion, which was really interesting to me. And another thing that was super interesting was even if only one parent died, or even no parents died, you could still be considered an orphan depending on your circumstances, which is just crazy to me. Wyoming was mentioned, so I definitely had to write that down. There was no placements in Wyoming or the other surrounding states by us due to no placements being able to be made here because of no travel. There was no way to get here. And so, yeah, there was no train railways to even get the children here to be placed with families, which I think is sad because it's a beautiful area to grow up in. And there were no records. There was multiple times throughout the documentary where people were talking about how, really you could basically choose your age because you had no documentation of when you were even born. And what's really sad is a lot of those people did not know their family history, which really seemed to affect them throughout their lives, which is understandable. Another thing that really stood out to me was the gentleman that started this said he wanted the children to be in a happy life, a Christian life, and a rural life, which was interesting to me. I'm in the time of day, that an age that it was. It doesn't surprise me, but I really like that saying. Maybe not specifically Christian. Let them really be whatever they want. But rural life, I totally agree with that. I lived a rural life, and it was beautiful. And definitely was a happy childhood, just being able to live, in the environment. So he said it's basically, a perfect solution for children who had no one in their lives. And living close to nature is something that can really make you happy. And then it was called the Children's Aid Society, basically the first foster care system. So that is my mind map. Thanks, guys. Have a good week. Sorry about it being so wobbly.